Well, what a weekend it was for all of the sporting fans out there. Springbok fans, of course, will be smiling from ear to ear. Premier Soccer League fans happy that it's underway. And, of course, round 2 of the English Premier League. Where do we even begin to touch on it? So, I guess the best of it all, right? Let's go Springboks. I mean, what a game.
So much positivity there. And I think for the neutral, not that any of us were neutral, but it would have been a great weekend of sport. The Springboks getting their rugby championship campaign underway against, I always want to call them the Jaguares because they're pretty much the Jaguares side playing for Argentina. We know that they can be very powerful, especially in the tight, which is where we dominated them. Thanks very much to the efforts of Kuni Oosthuizen, but there, Kortnelskosen getting his first try in a Bok jersey. And you could see how much it meant to him. Siya Kolisi also playing a brilliant game.
Massive game.
But I think all of the forwards, both in the tight and the loose and off the bench, Steven Kitsoff, you legend, they were superb. We dominated, despite some rather dubious refereeing decisions, but that kind of went both ways. I think we were able to adapt to the reffing style, and of course Romain Potois, who notoriously saw the British and Irish Lions draw with the All Blacks in their tour, so I think he's going to come under a lot of scrutiny. But the perfect start from a fan's perspective. I know Alistair Coetzee saying that there is still a fair amount of work that needs to be done, maybe on attack. Defence looked solid, all the pieces are there, but when you look at the performance of the All Blacks, the dominance in that first half, Australia did fight their way back a little bit to add some respectability to that scoreline, but it was a fierce performance. So 37-15 to the Springboks, their first win, and New Zealand beating Australia 54-34 in the end. Australia did show a bit of a resurgence in that second half, but I think it's going to be tough for us to beat them. We've got our return leg, of course, in Salta next weekend, but the Springboks deciding to leave a little bit later, do some fine-tuning in PE, give themselves every chance in Argentina. But what a weekend of rugby, man.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk Premier Soccer Leagues. Supersport United going down to Mamelodi Sundowns in that opening game of the season.
The Tshwane Derby is always fireworks, and even more fireworks when Dean Furman got sent off with 15 minutes left to play. But Tlhompo Kekana and Themba Zwane finding the back of the net to give Sundowns. And you know, I think it's a ridiculous run that Mamelodi haven't lost to Supersport United. I think it's 4 years now that they've gone unbeaten.
So clearly they are the kings of Tshwane.
They really are. They've earned that right.
Let's call it.
I think still a bit of work to be done on his side. Obviously, he began a new tenure in charge of Supersport United, leaving Cape Town City. I think Mamelodi Sundowns, they've proven their pedigree time and time again, and they want the league title this year. They want it, and they've shown that.
And I'm sure they do. And let's speak about, of course, Cape Town City under the leadership of Benny McCarthy, who were able to be victorious in their very first game.
Yeah, man, and beating Wits in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, how about that?
You talk about momentum. I know Wits have probably one of the most solid all-round squads in the business. Lehlonololo Majola getting the only goal of the game. And, of course, Gavin Hunt, who coached Benny McCarthy when he was playing for Bafana, so that would have been an interesting rivalry, but he was nowhere to be seen. He was having to watch from the grandstands because he was banned after his antics in the MTN. But a really cool start to the PSL weekend. I'm glad that we saw a lot of goals being scored. Maybe
I feel like we could use more, though. We could use more. These 1-1, 1-0s, 1-0s aren't satisfying to the appetite, but let's quickly touch on...
Is that from the Chiefs' perspective?
Oh, no. This is all around. The thing is, you watch the English Premier League on the weekend and then there's goals galore. I mean, how do you make that, that 4-0 victory for Manchester United over Swansea? They are on a ridiculous run right now. I know it's only round 2, but still they're looking very dangerous.
On paper and on form, they look like the best team in the Premier League. And of course, Huddersfield, they are number 2 on the log because they got their second win. Only the I think, third side in the history of the EPL to win 2 games on the trot. They beat newcomers Newcastle. Stoke, a big surprise loss, sorry man, to Stoke City. Arsenal to Stoke City.
Let's not talk about that.
Leicester back in winning ways, but a fantastic start to both the PSL and EPL now into their second week. We love it, man.
No need to start setting off the fireworks quite yet, Stoke City. But it's all right. A great weekend of sporting action. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. Give us your comments, of course, on our social media platforms using #ExpressoShow.